Father's Day is just around the corner, and at Blade Insider, we feel that there's no better gift to give than a new blade. But what kind of knife do you get your husband, father, or grandfather on this special holiday? Today, we're going to take a look at several knives at all price points that you can get the loved one on this special day. We're also going to have a special guest weigh in with his opinions on these knives. So let's answer these questions and more on a special Father's Day edition of Blade Insider. Welcome back to Blade Insider, where we discuss all things knives. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at several gift ideas for that special father in your life. First, let me introduce you to my father, Ralph. Dad is not only my father, but also a grandfather and great-grandfather. He served in Vietnam as a combat medic with the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment. Today, we're going to look at several very popular and iconic knives at all different price points and styles. We're going to take a look at these knives. I'm going to ask you for your opinion on the knives and whether you think it's a good gift for Father's Day. Fair enough?
That's fair enough.
Dad, as a soldier in Vietnam, were you issued or did you use any knives in battle?
Well, I remember when I got to my first duty station, I was issued an M16 and a bayonet. Now, the bayonet knife is to be affixed on the M16 rifle. Fortunately, I was never ordered to affix bayonets, so I used my bayonet for opening up cans and for digging holes.
Okay. The first knife is your knife. A Winchester folding knife. Has a 3-inch blade, probably 420 steel. Has a thumb stud opening and a liner lock. It appears that the scales are bone with a silver or nickel bolster on it. Knife is made in China and retails for probably less than $25. How'd you come across this knife?
Well, this particular knife here was a gift to me by my father-in-law who passed away. And I keep it as a memento of him. I do like the wording Winchester on the knife. The use of this knife today is I put it in my glove compartment. It goes with me on my travels, and I use it for road emergencies.
All right, so you don't use it around the house then?
No, just in the car.
All right. Now also, the knife is made in China. Does that make a difference to you whether a knife's made in China or not?
I would buy a knife made in the USA, but this knife here is a sentimental knife, so I really don't care where it came from.
All right. Well, is price more important to you, or is the country of origin more important to you in buying a knife?
Country of origin.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, let's take a look at some knives that you can get as a gift for Father's Day, and you give me your opinion on whether you think it'd be a good Father's Day gift for you.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay. The first one we're going to look at is the Benchmade 940-1. This is a famous, iconic Walter Osborne design knife. We have a 3.4-inch blade, S90V steel, carbon fiber scales, closed length is 4.47 inches, and the overall length is 7.87 inches. Weighs 2.97 ounces. It does have a thumb stud opening with the access lock. It's American made and retails between $175 to $272, depending on the steel and scale involved. Now, this comes in a variety of different flavors, including G10 scales, aluminum scales, and carbon fiber scales. Again, a very iconic knife, often referred to as one of the best 10 knife designs. So why don't you take a look and tell me what you think. Okay, the flipping action
Not
is
real
very
fast
good.
with that.
Yeah,
And closing.
you want to pull that down.
Okay.
There you go.
For me, this would be too much to spend for me.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't utilize this good of a knife to its full potential. But like I said, for people that are in the trades that need a good knife, for hunters that need a good knife, and at the price of $175, yes, they would very much appreciate a knife like this.
Have you ever carried a pocket knife on a daily basis?
Well, the bayonet that I had was in the sheath. I did have a knife that had a sheath with it. I have never clipped on a knife. If I had a knife when I was a little kid, it just went right into my pocket.
All right, so this is just a little bit too much knife for you. Fair to say?
It's too much knife for me and too much to spend on me.
Okay. Would you think this is a good Father's Day gift, though?
Oh, yes. For the right person, he would definitely love it.
The next knife is the Paramilitary number 2. Paramilitary 2 has a 3.44 inch blade. Closed length is 4.81 inches, and the overall length is 8.28 inches. Weighs 3.75 ounces. It has a thumb hole opener, which is very common among Spyderco knives. It has a compression lock system, which is on the back of the knife, and you use this mechanism to disengage the blade and close it. The spider hole is used to flick it open. It's another American-made knife and retails for about $150. Now, I'm giving you a lot of stats on this knife, and that may have no interest to you whatsoever. But there are other people out there that are curious about the tail of the tape in regard to the knife, how long it is, how long the blade is, if they're going to go buy the knife. So that's why I say it, but again, you may not have any interest in that whatsoever.
I understand, and the technical stuff that goes over my head goes over my head.
All right. Now, tell me what you think about this knife.
Well, this knife is 50 years ago. If the Army was issuing this knife, I would have immediately taken one.
Okay.
This knife is very useful. I can see for a number of outdoor activities, a number of military activities. Speaking as an old medic, this knife would have been great for cutting cloth, cutting field bandages, and even defending yourself. So yes, 50 years ago, I would jump on this knife. Today, no, that's history, and I think that this knife here would be well suited for a younger person that does outdoor activity, or possibly that's in the military. This is a great military knife.
Now, this knife is very different looking than other knives. What do you think about the looks of the knife?
I like the looks. I like the kind of a semi shape here. I'm not too sure what this hole here is for. The grip here is nice. You got a nice grip. So yeah, I like the weight of it and the grip and the looks of it. But it's for a younger man.
Okay. All right, the next knife we're going to look at is the Kershaw Leek, another iconic knife designed by Ken Onion. The Leek has a 3-inch blade. Closed length is 4 inches. Overall length is 7 inches. It weighs 3 ounces. The Leek has a liner lock and aluminum scales. The opening mechanism, it's called a flipper tab, which is used to open the knife. However, this knife does have what's called speed assist, which is a spring within the scale that assists in opening the knife. Another American-made knife retails between $45 and $100. depending on what options you get. Why don't you take a look at this knife and tell me what you think about it.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see if you can open it first.
There you go.
There you go.
I kind of like this knife. This knife feels pretty good. You know, it's lightweight. It appears to me to be a good utility knife. So yeah, I like this knife here. Personally, again, you know, I'm a little too old for this, but I do think this would be a great Father's Day gift for the right person.
All right. So is this more your size then?
I think so. I think, you know, it feels good in my hand. You know, it'll probably feel good in my pocket, especially with the clip. You know, I'm not into bayonets anymore.
Now this has a aluminum scale. What do you think about the aluminum scales?
Let me feel that one more time again. I'd like that the rougher, the more tactile.
You like
feel.
the G10 on the Spyderco?
Yeah, this is not for me.
All right, all right. What about the speed assist?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is nice. It is nice. Again, iconic knife from Kershaw. The next gift idea is a Leathermen Wingman. Okay? Now you've seen these Leathermans before, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have.
Okay. Now this is the Wingman. There are many different styles of Wingman or styles of Leatherman out there with all different types of tools and everything else in there. I chose the Wingman to show because it retails for between $40 to $55 depending on which day you get it. And it also has 3 unique characteristics about it that differentiate itself from other Leatherman tools that I really enjoy. So let me explain the tool to you. It has a 420 HC blade that you can deploy with one hand. Oops. Locks in place. Then it has a nice pair of scissors that also, again, deploy with the spring mechanism. Again, they lock in place. Opening the tool up, you have the pliers that lie open, where typically Leathermans will lie shut and you have to force them open to operate. This is always open and you can close it. Mm-hmm. Makes it a nice characteristic. So the thing about this knife or this tool that makes it different is the spring-loaded scissors, which are unique among the Leathermans. These pliers, which automatically stay open, and a tool. That tool right there, can you tell me what that is?
Can opener?
No.
Bottle opener?
No. How many times have you gone to the store and you get something in those blister packs? They're all plastic and they're all in case of product, and you have to go and you get a big pair of scissors and you got to cut the thing.
Yes.
This little tool will slide into the blister pack and slices it open without having a big blade and cutting yourself. It slices that blister pack open, and you can easily remove the item that you bought. So, why don't you take a look at this and tell me what you think about the Leathermen Wingman.
Well, I can tell you, Eric, this is the one that I'm excited about.
Okay.
This is it for me. And the reason being, like I told you earlier in the video, one of my indulgences is smoking cigars. My other indulgence is smoking cigars while I'm fishing. This is a great tackle box tool knife combination. I would buy this for myself. Well, I wouldn't tell my wife, but I'd buy it and stick it in my tackle box. So this is the one for me. I love it. And I think anyone that's a fisherman would love it too in their tackle box.
All right. What about the nylon sheath that comes with it?
That would be fine too. You put that in your tackle box, it's going to stay nice and shiny. Put a little oil on that, it's going to stay in good condition. I would stick the whole thing right in my tackle box.
All right, so you would get a lot of use out of the Wingman, correct?
In the fishing months of the year, yes, I would.
Okay, all right.
Oh, and going back to the cutter, A lot of times you buy fishing equipment that's packed in that way, and you're out there, and instead of using a knife and your teeth and whatever else you can get your hands on, you zip that out and you're ready to go.
Yeah, that cutter is a simple tool, but this Wingman is the only Leatherman product that I'm aware of that has that tool in it, and it's so useful, and it's really undersold by Leatherman, that tool, and I don't understand why. It's a useful tool to use.
Can I see that one more time?
Yeah.
Could this possibly be something that you would buy your father?
No, that one's, it's a one of a kind.
Okay.
I'm not sharing it.
I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I'm not sharing this one. Nice thought, though.
Okay.
Nice thought. All right, the final gift idea is along maybe the same lines as the Leatherman multi-tool, but this consists of 4 parts. We have here first a EDC leather pouch. You can get these pocket organizers from Amazon for about $14. Next we have the Zebra SL F1 mini ballpoint pen. This retails for about $5.80 on Amazon. Next we have the Strikeforce pen light. This is a flashlight that lights up when you push, or if you lock it in place, it will have a constant light on. Again, this is about $17. And finally, we have another American-made knife. This is what we call the Case Sodbuster. It is a single blade case knife with synthetic handles. It's a slip joint, meaning there's no locking mechanism. You can just open and close it. Typically, with case knives, the blade is buried within the scale and you have to use the nail nick in order to open it. With the Sodbuster, enough blade sticks out where you can just grab it and open it. So, put this together and ask for your opinion on this.
I'm going to give you my honest opinion.
Okay.
I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I do like the Sodbuster knife. Get this out. It's about my speed with that one blade. That's what I like. Here again, I'm thinking about my fishing tackle box, cutting line, maybe even cutting a little fish. This would be perfect. I like that. The pen knife here, or the pen light, excuse me. This is very useful, again, in the tackle box, or even, in my car. I like this. This is very good. However, the ballpoint pen here that you said that can write anywhere.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought it was one of these pens you can write underwater.
Just an ordinary pen.
Just an ordinary pen. I can do without that. I got.
You never use pens?
I got a desk full of pens.
Okay.
Believe me, and I can take that. I don't think I need to buy one. But these other 2 items, I can see that being useful in my tackle box.
Well, let's say, would you use this, would you maybe replace the Winchester with this in your car and have these items available for you?
I would if the Winchester wasn't sentimental.
Okay.
You're going back to that sentimental value of a knife.
All right.
And since you brought that up, I'd like to tell the audience, knives are not only given for the function of the knife and the use of the knife, but it's also given for sentimental value. If a young man would give his father a knife, believe me, that knife would be with him all his life, and he may even get it back after his father's gone, and it would be recirculated in the family. So knives aren't only something you buy for the functional value, you definitely buy it for the sentimental value.
All right. Now, was that something that you'd put in your pocket and carry on a daily basis?
I would throw it in my tackle box.
All right.
I would not put it in my pocket.
All right. So you're saying, though, that this could replace a Winchester if it had sentimental value.
If the Winchester did not have sentimental value, yes, I could see that, buying that versus the Winchester. If the Winchester was at $25 retail and this was at $25 retail, I probably would buy that.
Okay. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Geez, this wasn't in the scripts, folks. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay.
That's it for our video today. It's important to emphasize that knives are probably the most used tool on a daily basis. There are a lot of knives out there with all different looks, sizes, steels, and locking mechanisms. You can get very good knives from Kershaw or Ontario for very decent prices. Or you can choose to spend more money for different types of knives. One knife does not rule them all, but whatever you choose, the father in your life will enjoy it. I hope this video helps you out. Please subscribe to this channel for new weekly videos. And if you took something from today's video, hit the like button below. And from our Blade Insider family to yours, Happy Father's Day.